Welcome to your first and very many Fitchburg Police Services Facility update. And Jared here from Pepper Construction, Jared McDaniel from Pepper Construction is going to be joining me monthly to give you all updates on what's happening with construction. Jared, you and I are going to become best friends, even though we met 10 minutes ago.
Great. Looking forward to it.
I'm excited because we're off and running. We had our groundbreaking in October to get things going, and ground is moving out there now, so to speak. We're going to start with just where are we at currently and what are we seeing going on out there in the lot?
Sure. So about 2 weeks ago or so, you'd see the site just got cleared. So they came in, kind of mowed down the tall grass. You would see them stripping the topsoil. So there's a large stockpile on the site. That topsoil will be used to be respread once the building and structure is all up and we're final grading for the plantings that will go in. You also saw scrapers moving across the site, moving tons of earth back and forth. They're trying to balance the site a little bit. And more recently, you'll see a large excavator out there scooping out the dirt and then putting it into dump trucks to haul it off the site.
For people not familiar with just all of that earth movement, how do you coordinate all that? And when you're setting the goals of like, all right, here's what it's going to be, but you're looking at this lot like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of strategy behind it. You obviously don't want to handle material more than once. So to the point of the stockpiling, kind of get that off to the site, off to the side, out of the way, to be used at a later date. You're looking at topography maps, kind of trying to figure out what areas you need to bring up, what areas you need to take down to put the footings and foundations in. So it's kind of just a working plan, so to speak, where you're just trying to figure out what area you need to start in, get that dirt out of the way, maybe haul it off, stockpile it for potential backfill. So there's a lot of strategy and thought that goes into planning on this, haul roads, how the trucks are getting in and out of the site, trying to keep the city streets clean and minimizing the amount of debris that's kind of tracking off the site.
There's a lot of moving parts in construction.
Absolutely.
And that's what I'm excited about. We're going to get to learn about this process as we go on. As you kind of move into November, as the site work kind of, I don't want to say completes, but they get through kind of that phase, your next part would be footings and concrete operations. What does that mean?
Yeah, so like I said, they're going to start excavating down, get to that bottom of footing depth. So that's basically where the building's going to be supported from. You'll see that start to take place probably mid-November. Around mid-November at that same time, you'll start to see rebar deliveries, form work coming onto the site to form those footings and foundation walls. And that'll really carry all the way through November. With this having an underground parking structure, the concrete walls will take a decent amount of time to go up. So, I mean, you'll see that all through November, probably into December as well.
So we're going to see a few cement trucks showing up here.
And we like to call them concrete trucks in our world. Yes, but
learning right away.
Yes, cement is part of the concrete process. But yes, you'll see a lot of concrete trucks on site here, probably starting in mid-November.
Gotcha. As you move through this, I think of the weather because we're changing from fall into winter. So what does that look like as far as your timeline goes?
Yeah, so I mean, obviously, we don't have a crystal ball in the construction world, but
I was told you did. So
well, I wish I wouldn't be doing this. But yeah, long story short, the JP Cullen's got to watch the weather. Rain is kind of an issue right now with the earthwork operations. That would introduce potential temporary dewatering just to make sure the site's staying clear of ponding water and contaminating the subgrade. For the concrete operations during the winter, as we get colder here, concrete in the winter is pretty typical in the construction world. There's certain things you have to do. The ready mix plant, when it's making the concrete, typically uses like hot water to keep that concrete at a good temperature while they're pouring it. There's admixtures that are added to the mix to kind of accelerate the curing process. And then, after the walls and things are poured, they kind of put what we call concrete blankets over them to kind of keep the heat in, allow that concrete to cure out. I think it's worth noting there will be a testing company on site making sure all the concrete's compliant, that the contractor's doing the right things to make sure that that's going to cure out properly. But
yeah, you don't want to see those cracks show up, right?
No, concrete always cracks, but it's just making sure that it's reaching the right strengths and hitting the design that the architects and engineers set up for the project.
And you mentioned, that process alone here, because of the underground structure, this next time we talk to you, we're still going to be talking about this.
Yeah, definitely. Concrete will be carrying on. Once they get to the precast level, that's basically the main first floor. There's also a concrete slab that will go on top of that at a later time. So yes, concrete's a big part of the structure in this building.
All right. Finally, as this moves along, what is the anticipation completion date? Which is subject to change, of course, because we just started. But what are we looking at?
Yeah, we're looking at mid-May of 2027.
All right. Well, again, Jared's going to be back here monthly to give us some updates. Jared, appreciate the time and looking forward to getting to know more about construction. You've already corrected me on one thing. I'm going to do better next time, I promise.
Sounds good. Thank you.